Wait, how did I get back here? It's not my mind. Those tubes are making noise. It merely sounds like voices. Strange I can only hear that singing in certain locations. I mean, that noise. It's not singing, damn it! This is not happening. This is not happening. Do you hear me? It's a hallucination. What if following the voices is a degree of truth to it? Like something about the air pressure coming from the direction of the doorway or another room. I could try. You and those infernal pipes. You're not real. You're a figment of my subconscious. Is that singing? Whatever is still in this mouth. Yana's sake. Goodness, Yana never described symptoms like these. When did it start? Something triggered it. It's often so with mental disorders. There's a triggering event. Was it losing Yana? Was it making her go? Was it losing the connection with Max? Or with Oksana? Oksana was real. She was. This lady. She helped you navigate this fucking labyrinth. She can be a product of your imagination. She knew things your subconscious wasn't aware of. She has just fallen out of range is all. Damn it. Focus on Jan. Just focus on her and don't stop. I'm in Polyanka. But it was destroyed. This has to be a hallucination.
Ultimate punishment comparable to the deluge, the castigation of mankind for the sins it committed with an intention to annihilate us. In this case, those who survived are either a mere statistical mistake overlooked by the creator-destroyer, or were left alive to contemplate the demise of their kind, because without an external observer, the punishment makes no pedagogical effect.
But if you compare the current apocalypse to the deluge, then we should be compared to Noah and the metro to the ark. In which case, the purpose of our survival is exactly to survive in order to repopulate the wasteland once it will be found fit for repopulation. In this case, the suffering that the mankind endures in the metro is not the goal of the creator-destroyer, but a mere byproduct of the conditions necessary to remove our degenerate civilization from the face of the earth. And thus we should not accept the sufferings, should not regard our situation as our predefined destiny, and have the full right and even obligation to resist it, adapting to the new circumstances. And even enjoying life in the underworld doesn't contradict the intention of the creator-destroyer.
The mere continuation of the same pitiful and self-harming existence? Pray tell me, how much the culture and civilization that Noah was constructed differed from the pre-deluge world? They may be in degree of technological development, but not in the essence of it, and definitely not in regard of spiritual development, socially acceptable behavior, and morale. And what else? Civilization could have been founded by an old alcoholic, quite literally screwed by his own sons, while raving in delirium tremens. No, I am sorry. This vile and vicious civilization only deserves destruction.
Give it at least a chance.
The only chance I would be prepared to allow is through making up for the sins it committed. I would be prepared to treat this pitiful, castrated underground existence as an opportunity for an atonement and redemption. The second chance, so to say. The last word before the blade of the guillotine falls, but the word that could somehow impress the jury.
That's what you get for invoking rationalism to an underfed empiricist.
Stop referring yourself as an empiricist. It's inaccurate and frankly... we are not alone.
Everyone's alone, you old... Serdar Iskanderov. And you still think we picked enough mushrooms?
Sergei Andreevich? Evgeny Dmitrich? How? No, you can't be real.
Oh no, not this existential nonsense. Go back from where you came.
Polyanka was unlivable after the attack. All that remained was a graveyard.
Delightful to see you here well, my friend. Sorry for asking, Doctor, but are you all right?
Serdar, excuse me. I am truly concerned as well. But my meal has been needlessly delayed.
Apologies, Doctor. For avoiding the further drama, can you fetch me the mushrooms from those shelves? My friend, tell us, what is this cloud that is so clearly hanging over you?
My wife, she's ill. She had a situation that her son died and could never bring herself to accept it.
Life is overrated, my friend.
And now she's gotten into the hands of some cavemen. They use a pictogram worm for a symbol.
Oh, those children of the Great Worm. It's a cult, a kind of...
Do you know anything about them?
Not as much as I would like.
And what about the place called Hell's Mouth? Ever heard of it?
No, but it sounds cherry.
I don't know where it is.
My esteemed counterpart, the kettle, please.
Oh, do you think those the one that is on those shelves? I'd help, but I'm so behind with my meal over there.
Curse your villainy. Sardar, quick, I implore you. There's another kettle over there by the cabinet somewhere. Fetch it here. It's got little flowers on it. You can't miss it.
So, you've lost your way, but I think everything runs deeper than asking direction of two friends that you are not sure exist.
I've experienced things. The only explanation that doesn't sound completely irrational is that I've gone literally insane.
Every great discovery begins with defy from explanation. The lack of understanding doesn't mean the lack of sanity. Sardar, what about your past?
What do you mean?
The past. Was it ever a time when you had such disconcerting visions?
I wouldn't remember.
Absolutely not. I don't care if it's my turn. Sardar can go.
What's happening?
Despite your handiworks, the business with mutants on this station is sadly
The
unresolved.
Nosales? They came back?
Yes. And had you blown up the station properly the first time, maybe we could enjoy a mutant-free meal once in a while.
You know, you're our guest, but should you entertain our last requests? The beasts he was fighting last are still here at the south entrance of this station.
Shouldn't you find cover?
You handle those beasts, and I handle this one. The gate is just over here.
Hey, you wanted to talk. It's not going to get any easier if the mutants come in here.
Trust me, you'd rather be out there with them than in here with, you know.
This entire section collapsed after I detonated the charges at the gates. I can't carry any more grenades. Is this all some coping mechanism? But then why not Akademicheskaya? Why imagine myself in my old station? Tamir?
Don't play dumb. I know you've been avoiding me. Admit it. You couldn't dig up my dad's book after all.
Your father's novel. I discovered it digging through a stack one of the stalkers dragged through here.
You found it? Is it in your quarters? Let's go! Holy shit. I can't believe you actually tracked it down. That sucker wasn't even in print when I was born.
What was it called again?
The report. Some secret agent shit. Lots of smoking and screwing British spies for intel and stuff. My mother used to call it the other woman. After he died, of course. He got too pissed if she said it to his face.
They tried to evacuate the women and children through here, but the mutants were already waiting. So then where are the bodies? Or any signs of struggle?
Look, I know I can be a dick sometimes, but you know, not everybody would give a crap about hunting down some stupid childhood bullshit. I appreciate it, Khan. You're okay. This is your bunk, right? Christ. No wonder you avoided me. You're hoarding the entire public library in here. You found it?
I can't carry any more grenades. I believe this is what you're looking for.
He wrote this when he was my age, you know. Never thought I'd see one again. Not after the evacuation. The very last piece of him. I owe you one, Khan. Thanks.
It sounded like Tamir had been waiting a long, long time for that book. Is that what kept him here?
You saw him too then. But how in hell is any of this possible?
You said this, not me. Everything is possible in hell.
I had a friend who said that the last war has turned the world inside out, and the hell is on the surface now. All Tamir wanted was that book. Is that why he never moved on?
You're surprised that the dead are as screwed up as everyone else.
Tamir was right. I was avoiding him. 3 days before the station was attacked. I knew. I was lying here in my bunk and I saw them all die.
Premonition?
I thought I had dozed off. Had a dream. And then after it happened, why didn't I tell them?
Why didn't you?
Warning them would have been ridiculous. They have already made sufficient fun of me, calling me Khan and asking how's past life and all of this. I guess I didn't want to feel like an idiot, and I ended up being responsible for their deaths. Whereas, should have I accepted that, all of that, All of what Yana believed in, premonitions, misgivings, me being a reincarnation of Genghis Khan.
Ah, yes, yes. Evgeny mentioned that. He's very interested in what our Mongolian friend has to do with all of this. Why don't you run back to him and keep him up to speed? Meanwhile, I will peruse some of your reading materials and see if anything catches my eye.
Ah, here you are. Did you see any ghosts?
It's either this or schizophrenia. Both are possible. As a doctor, I prefer ghosts.
As a philosopher, I am totally with you. One more thing I am curious about. How is your past life?
Right, that joke. I've been missing it.
Refresh my memory. How did you came to suspect that you was Khan in your past life?
Yana. She persuaded me to try hypnotic regression.
Right. Now important, what did you see when you were under?
I couldn't recall anything when I awoke. Yana and the doctor said I spoke of some... Wait.
Yes.
She said I described the ceremony, and I've dreamt of one recently. Khan was there. I mean, the other one, Genghis Khan.
And how did he look like?
Repulsive, frightening.
Now you tell me about the ceremony.
Was there maybe a woman involved in this ceremony?
How in hell do you know this?
From the good doctor's quarters, and I quote, "While often claiming fate had chosen him, many believe it was the abduction of his bride that most shaped the future the conqueror Khan would become."
You mean the Genghis Khan wife was kidnapped?
Didn't I just say that? His bride Borte was abducted, and in order to free her, Genghis Khan, then known by his birth name Temujin, fought and won his first
It
battle.
was Yana in my dream. I might have read this book and forgotten about it. Frankly, gentlemen, perceiving this as a nightmare would make much more sense than trying to accept all of these ghosts and reincarnations and...
But maybe accepting it is exactly what you're here for. You have found this station, haven't you? Don't you think there's a purpose in that?
My purpose is to find my wife. And I don't see how this gets me any closer to it.
Okay. None of this exists. Fine, neither of us, nothing. Although I personally feel offended and slightly awkward about non-existing and yet casually chatting. Let's adopt your perspective. Maybe you need a closer contact with your subconscious that has the solution already, but you're too blind to see it.
Ah, clever. The Mongolian tried to tell him something once. Perhaps the second time is a charm.
You want to hypnotize me?
I'd rather see it as a summoning, but feel free to take it as hypnosis. Stand right here for me, in front of the fire. Would you?
All right. What have I got to lose anyway?
Here, drink.
Whether or not we like where it leads us, we reject our destinies at our own peril. Your mind prevented you from seeing something back then. I think it's time to find out what that was. Now, stare into the flame. Think of this fire as a beacon. It beckons you, its warmth, its energy. The fire will expand until it consumes us all. And in its light, that which is hidden shall be revealed. Now, focus your mind on your wife, Khan, and step into the void.
Fascinating. This reminds me of that dream. Of that dream I saw 3 nights before Polyanka fell. It also was confusing. Past intertwined with the present. Imaginary with reality. And then there was the future in it. A hazy, horrible future that came true 3 days later.
Then that doesn't suggest a memory at all.
Hmm? It's almost like an amalgamation of experiences.
He just said that hasn't happened.
Hasn't happened yet.
Genghis Khan, you have returned to repeat your great deeds. We believe in different gods, but in the same truths. Oh, great Khan, you have shed blood before to establish order and peace. And now we have to shed blood for eternal peace to prevail. You might believe that this is your eternal bride, but must love stand in the way for eternal peace? She must die so others can live. This is her fate. Don't stand in its way.
Petya, where'd you go?
Here, Mama! Are you coming?
The boys gone. Gentlemen. Sergei. Evgeny. Into the desert alone, then. What does that priest from my dreams want with Yana?
Petya?
Coming, Mama.
Petya? The boy followed her voice. If only I could tell what parts of these maddening visions are real or invented. I can't, can I? And yet I also clearly do not have the luxury of ignoring what my senses are showing me. So where does that leave us?
Anyone out there?
Petya. All right, Petya. You seem to know where she is. Lead on.
Petya, are you coming or what?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Ghost boy or magic dragon, this may not be my area of expertise, but one does not get to deny the planets exist because they've never built a rocket.
I'll be right there.
God, what a fool I am. The universe may be many things, but a liar it is not.
It's with your own knife that I am sacrificing this land. I am shedding her blood for a different god. But for our common truth. We are different, Okan, but we want the same.
No, this can't
We
be.
know what destroyed the world in the last war. People with too much power. More power than they were ever ready for. We will wash their memory clean with blood.
Yana, what is this place? Can you hear me? Tell me how to find you.
You know exactly how to find her this whole time. But just like everyone else in this cursed metro, you are staring blindly forward, ignoring the past like it's never happened. And so, while you are chasing all the wrong shadows, the world shall turn!
I have what you seek. Yana! Akademicheskaya? I'm back home. He has to be in the station, she said. But this wasn't where she was supposed to meet him.
Cedar? It's Oksana. What's going on? Where are you?
Oksana, so you're fine after all, huh? Did you find your tarot?
I cannot touch Taro, Cedar.
Because you can't touch anything, right?
I'm real, Cedar. I still don't understand where I am. There's darkness, and it's my talking mind. And there's you.
You're trapped. And if this is what it's like for him, I must find Petya.
Petya? Is he real? Is he alive?
As real as you are. He's waiting for me at some station, she said. Petya is taking Tretyakovska. She'd follow Petya's voice through the smuggler's tunnel. I'll need to retrace her steps from there.
You were gone quite some time. What of Yana?
I saw her, in a way. The hallucinations, or what you call visions, I don't believe they were either. I do not understand what it's saying yet, but I know to listen now, and that's a start. Oh no, Oksana. Trouble ahead.
Did something happen?
What was that? Where are the guards?
We need to get out of its way!
Why? What's going on?
Where are the guards?
A dream.
Come to life.
No, not life.
The worm people were here.
What about your people?
It's fully ink all over again.
Focus on killing this asshole!
No. Max, please tell me you